Hello guys, hello. My hair is a mess today and I kind of don't want to deal with it, but I hope it looks just presentable to just get me through this video because I am tired. I actually don't want to deal with it. It's so bothersome. Anyway, I have this weird red theme going on today. Everything's red. Look at that. That's my hoodie and my nails are red. I have a red drink right here. And it's cute. It kind of puts me in the holiday spirit, which I like. Now the red drink that I'm drinking is Sting. This is like way too much sugar, but I kind of was craving something carbonated, so I decided to go with that. And what I'm wearing on my lips, should I change it to like a nice red lip color so that it matches I'm sorry, I'm so bothered by my hair, but should I change it? I think it looks good. It looks good. Everything red फिर वो weird हो जाता है, so I'll just stick with this lip shade. Anyway, the thing that I'm wearing on my lips is from Sugar. This is their Nothing Else Matters lipstick. This is in the shade Teak Over, and I freaking love this lipstick. It is an oxblood shade, but this has like this weird gray undertone, which I really enjoy. So pigmented and actually really beautiful, very comfortable on the lips. So yeah, that's what I'm wearing on my lips. It'll suit like darker skin tones. I think it'll be a really nice nude for like you dusky beauties out there. So yeah, that's what I'm wearing on my lips today. Okay, so in today's video we are going to be talking about the Disney princess lineup. Now, I don't know about y'all, but I have grown up watching Disney movies. Now, me and my mom, we're both like die-hard fans of Disney movies, and every single time Disney has come out with a new movie, me and my mom, we have to go watch it. It's just a thing. We have to go watch it. I don't know, for me it's like an escape from reality. I don't know, I definitely know that it's not real and it's all fantasy and everything, but it has its own charm, it has its own beauty. I definitely think that I'm never gonna stop watching Disney movies. It's just a really nice blissful escape from reality. So yeah, if you haven't watched a Disney movie yet, dude, what are you doing? Just try it once, and I definitely think there's something in it which will kind of attract you towards it. So that's all about Disney and me. We both have been in love for a very long time now, and it's very obvious that I do love the whole Disney princess lineup. I kind of researched a little bit because I don't remember watching one of those movies. I'll tell you which one. So the Princess and the Frog wala, I don't remember watching that movie. I remember reading it somewhere, but I don't remember watching it. Otherwise, there are 12 Disney princesses in total. And today's video is going to be definitely about perfumes because this is a perfume channel. Now, I am going to be talking about what these princesses would wear if they were like real. So looking at their characteristics, looking at how they dress up or how they are and what symbolizes them, I'm just gonna assign a perfume to them from my collection. Obviously, I'm going to be talking about it's just inclusive to my collection. It's just gonna be a fun thing. It's not like something what do we call it, informative or something. It's just gonna be something for fun, and I really enjoyed coming up with these. It was so fun. So let's get started. The first Disney princess we are going to be talking about is obviously Belle. Now she is from Beauty and the Beast, and out of all the Disney movies that I've ever watched, I think Beauty and the Beast kind of sticks, and I love it more than any other movie in the world. That and Lion King are my favorite Disney movies. And I cry a river when I watch The Lion King. And when it came out, the animated new version came out, I was over the moon. I watched that movie 7 times in the theater, and I know that's extensive, but I did. I love it. So I paint quite a lot, and I painted this thing from Beauty and the Beast, like the whole ball part of it, where there's this song which is called Tale as Old as Time. So I kind of painted the whole thing, and yeah, that's what I did. I also have a painting for The Lion King, and I don't know if y'all know, but I am a big fan of Harry Potter as well. So I paint here and there. So I did paint something from the Harry Potter as well. So this is from Prisoner of Azkaban. Now this guy is Buckbeak, and there's this scene where they kind of fly over the ocean, and I've always loved that scene. So that was that. And this is from The Lion King. I know this, I kind of butchered this guy right here. This guy is Simba. This guy is Mufasa. He was my childhood crush. Don't judge me. But yeah, I kind of butchered this guy right here. He looks like a baby bear. Yeah, he is like a cub, but he looks like a baby bear. And yeah, that's that. So this is from The Lion King. And yeah, so that kind of proves how crazy I am about Disney movies. Now Belle, for me, she kind of symbolizes fearlessness. She is brave yet so gentle. She is compassionate. She doesn't judge. She looks through to your heart, and that's what defines her. She is fearless, and I love that character. In the whole Disney universe, I really love the character of Belle. And yeah, I think she is one of the most iconic Disney princesses there ever has to be. And the song from Beauty and the Beast is like one of my all-time favorite songs. I don't know what I would do without that song. So there's this really deep and beautiful significance of a rose in Beauty and the Beast if you watch that. So I think I should definitely associate Belle with like a beautiful, bold rose fragrance. So for that, I definitely had to go with, I'm sorry I did not keep it out yet. So I definitely had to go with Skin Nude. Now if you ask me, this is like one of the best rose fragrances that I have in my collection. It is deep, it is rose, yet it is so feminine. It's so inviting and gentle. It is so pretty. It smells like a pretty woman. So yeah, this definitely kind of reminds me of Belle. I don't have to say anything further. This definitely just screams Belle for me. And it was definite that I had to include like a rose fragrance in here, and Beauty and the Beast is like the perfect fairy tale for that. So yeah, this is Nude, and I think Belle would love to wear this guy. So the next Disney princess is Cinderella. Now Cinderella is like one of the most iconic Disney princesses to ever exist, I guess. So when I think of Cinderella, I think of kindness. I think of generousness. So Yeah, Cinderella for me symbolizes kindness, generous, and love, compassion. So she was this really soft spoken, kind soul, and she was kind of tortured and tormented by her sisters and her stepmother, as you all know the story. And I am just being redundant when I when I'm like telling you the story, but yeah, she was this really nice, soft spoken, beautiful, kind, gentle person. And there are a few scents that come to mind when I think about Cinderella. Now, this is from Miniso, and this is called Dazzle Stars. Now, the only reason this reminds me of Cinderella is because it's warm, and I think she would have liked it because of the bottle. The bottle looks like a small carriage, like the pumpkin carriage that, if you know the story, her fairy godmother turned her pumpkin into a big, beautiful carriage. So this is what that reminds me of. And the next one that reminds me of Cinderella is this one. This one is Nykaa's Hidden Blush. Now this is such a beautiful feminine perfume. All that I can think of when I look at this perfume is femininity, and someone who is like a shy but gentle, kind person. And this is like a mass pleasing scent, so I don't see a lot of people who might dislike this perfume. So it's a good one from the house of Nykaa. It's a sweet, gentle, feminine, floral, but at the same time a little fruity and musky. This is good. This is actually really nice. Reminds me of Cinderella a lot. So yeah, that's that. That's for Cinderella. Ooh, so the next perfume is interesting. Now this is for Snow White. Okay, so Snow White had this distinct character to her. She was supposed to be like the most beautiful girl in the whole land, and her mother did not like that, so she kind of ran away, and she started living with like a bunch of dwarfs. So there were 7 dwarfs. Now Snow White was this kind, beautiful, loyal, compassionate, a little cold at times, but very fiercely loyal person. Now all that I think of when I think of Snow White, maybe it's because of the packaging, but I think of Femme from Zara. But this is such an apt scent for her. This is like an almond cookie, sweet almond cookie, but in the start you kind of feel that cold aftershave vibe. I get that a lot of times, but then it quickly settles into this warm, really beautiful cashmere sweater kind of a thing, an almond cookie kind of a thing. Really, really love it. This is like one of my favorites from Zara. So yeah, this is what reminds me of Snow White. And another perfume that reminds me of Snow White has to be Autumn Bloom. And this, I don't know if you'll call this reason stupid, where there's this significance of an apple. It's like a poison apple. So yeah, this kind of reminds me of that because this has like apple blended in it so well. This is like an apple rose sandalwood perfume, and this is like my all-time favorites from Yardley. I'm gonna pick up like a big 100 ml bottle as soon as I can. Alright, so the next princess we are going to be talking about is Aurora. Now she is from the movie Sleeping Beauty. Now I have watched Sleeping Beauty, I have watched Maleficent, but I am not that fond, or I didn't like get to know Aurora that much. I really have like ekdam thoda bahut idea about her whole character and all of that. But I know that she was brought up in like a tower covered up with dense forest, so I assume she would have loved like green scents, green floral fresh perfumes. So when you think of Aurora, I think of this guy. So this is from Miniso, and this one is called Green or Danish Green, and the bottle is hella dusty. I finished this like a long time ago. The lasting on this one is abysmal, but the scent is so freaking good. I sometimes think I should repurchase this. This is like a green grassy perfume, but this has this sweetness to it which kind of rounds the perfume up. It is so good. I hope they come out with something like a perfume that kind of lasts a little longer but has the same scent. And I love the packaging on this one too. So this is Green from Miniso, and this also reminds me of Aurora. The next princess is Rapunzel. Now she is from the movie Tangled, and I think most of y'all have watched Tangled by now because it's like a very beautiful, like heartwarming movie, and I really like that movie. So the fragrances that remind me of Rapunzel is this guy. Partly because of the color of the juice, it's lavender, and that's like the color of the gown that Rapunzel wears. And this is a fresh, bubbly, fizzy, soapy blueberry fragrance. And all that I can think of when I think of Rapunzel is she was like the sporty, bubbly, fizzy person, and very enthusiastic, and this kind of reminds me of that. This is soapy, this is like a fresh, rejuvenating kind of a perfume, and I definitely think she would have loved this kind of a perfume. So that's for Rapunzel. Okay, so the next princess is Tiana. Now she is from the Frog Prince, the Frog and the Princess, or the Princess and the Frog. So she's from that movie. Now the story kind of goes like she grew up in like a middle class family, and she always wanted to own her own restaurant. She is passionate about cooking, and she is a very feminine, warm, beautiful little princess. So, and you can associate her more with cooking and like baking and all of that. So there's this thing where she is invited to like a ball, and the prince has been cursed to turn into a frog, and if the prince receives like a kiss of love, he will again turn back to the prince that he was before. And that's how the story goes. So yeah, I associate Tiara with like a very sweet feminine woman who also loves baking. Because she loves cooking and she loves things sweet, I think she would have also liked Bisous by Nykaa. Now this guy is also like, it's known to be a dupe for pink sugar, and I'm gonna do a video about that very soon. But apart from like the top notes, apart from like when you first spray it, the dry down is delicious. It kind of smells like baked heaven. It smells like baked cookies, freshly baked vanilla sponge cake, I guess. So anything edible, anything gourmand, this does smell like that. It smells like brown sugar, caramelized brown sugar. So that's Bisous, and that reminds me of Tiana. Now the next Disney princess we are going to be talking about is Ariel. I loved her hair to the point I dyed my hair red. I loved her hair. So Ariel is this beautiful little mermaid, and she falls in love with a human, and there's this whole story that winds up. So for me, Ariel is devoted, loyal, beautiful, kind little princess. So she is a mermaid, so I obviously had to associate her with like an aquatic smell. The perfume that reminds me of Ariel is this one. This one is from Global Desi and it's called Soulful Trance. And the reason that this reminds me of Ariel is because this is aquatic for sure, but at the same time this has this really nice fresh fruitiness to it, which kind of makes it like a fruity aquatic perfume. This is a strong perfume and this smells even more delicious when you are like maybe going for a swim, going to the beach, when you're in water, when your body is a little moist or wet. So this kind of smells even better when like you wear it in the water. In the water, you know what I'm talking about. The next princess is interesting. Now she is Jasmine. Now she is from Alladin, and if you all have watched Alladin, you know Jasmine is this timid little princess who turns out to be this fearless boss woman. She turns out to be the queen in the end of the movie. And the perfume that reminds me of her is like one of the darkest perfumes I have in my collection, and this one is Signature True. This has a little bit of that Middle Eastern vibe to it, not a lot. This is also supposed to be a dupe to La Nuit Trésor from Lancome, and dude, this is so good. This is like a very juicy berry jam. Yeah, this kind of reminds me of like a syrupy berry fruits mashed up into a jam, and it's like a deep berry jam. Yeah, this kind of reminds me of Jasmine, also because of that Middle Eastern touch. The next princess is Pocohantas. That movie was really good, you guys. It's been a while since I watched that movie. I need to watch it again. So the perfume that reminds me of Pocohantas is Violet Blossom by Zara. I've talked about this one a lot on my channel and you all know that I love this perfume. So the reason that this reminds me of Pocohantas is because this is the perfume for a boss woman. I don't think everyone can pull this one off. I think you need to be like this bitch ass boss woman to pull this perfume off. So yeah, that's what this reminds me of. That's what Pocohantas symbolizes for me. She was this fearless soldier warrior type of a woman. So yeah, that's Violet Blossom. So this movie I loved Mulan. So Mulan is this, I guess it's Chinese, but it's like an oriental tale where she dresses as a man and goes to fight with the other warriors, because there's this rule that you have to send one man from each family. Her father is injured, so she kind of goes in his place and she dresses up like a man, and the whole story winds up like that. So I was thinking she might like a unisex perfume. So this one is from Nude. This one is called Nude Rush. This is such a good, fresh, yet unisex perfume. I think this can be pulled off by a man very easily. It's like a fresh, yet earthy perfume, earthy, woody in the dry down. Yeah, this kind of reminds me of men's cologne, but kind of diluted so that it suits women as well. So yeah, that's Nude, and I think it'll suit Mulan the best. So the next princess is Merida, and she is from the movie Brave. Now I watched that movie a long time ago. I loved it when I first watched it, but I don't really remember the whole story right now. It was this rebel of a girl who had this really exceptionally beautiful red curly hair, and she had like a flair in archery. So the perfume that reminds me of her is Black Amber by Zara. Now this is a different perfume. This is spicy, ambery, but also creamy at the same time. This is like a creamy, spicy. It reminds me of masala doodh. If I've told you that before, I think I've told you that before. But yeah, this is like a spicy, creamy, ambery perfume, and somehow this kind of reminds me of Merida, because this is not like a mass pleasing perfume, and it's warm but at the same time spicy. Oh, it's just like her, she is warm but at the same time very, very fierce. So yeah, that kind of reminds me of Merida. Okay, so it's time for the last princess, and she is like one of the most recent princesses in the whole Disney universe. So I'm talking about Moana, and I loved that movie. I've watched that like a lot of times with my mother. She loved it too. The whole aesthetic of that movie, the whole story is beautiful. It's heartwarming, and I really love that movie. So Moana for me is this girl who loves the water, obviously, so I have to associate like a fresh, beachy, summery, aquatic fragrance. So I went with Bali Morning. This one is from Miniso again. This is like one of my favorite perfumes of all times. If you have to buy something from Miniso, I think you should definitely go ahead and try Bali Morning or Sunrise from Miniso, because I have backups of this one. This is so good. This is a very, it is good. Definitely a summer perfume. I don't know how to describe it. This kind of also reminds me of Nimbu Shikanji. Also reminds me a little bit of light blue, but like a fruity light blue. But dude, this is actually very, very nice. You just have to go and smell this one for yourself to know how it smells like. This one definitely reminds me of the sea. This one definitely reminds me of Moana. So that's all the Disney princesses, I guess. I think I covered all of them. Let me just double check. Yeah, so that is it. I hope you like this video, because this is a little different from what I usually do, and I really liked going through my collection and, you know, figuring out what would be the best for each and every Disney princess. Let me know if you'd like me to do like more videos of this kind, because I would love to do that for you. And again, if you want samples for any of these, go ahead and head over to my Instagram, and I will get back to you regarding all of that. And what else did I miss out? Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I would love for you all to be a part of my family, and don't forget to press the bell notification if you'd like to have like a small notification every single time I upload another video. And tell me in the comment section below if you like this video, so that, you know, I do more of this kind, because I really enjoyed it. And what else? So I guess phir milte hai. Okay, bye guys.